could be 4-0 after beating Ole Miss? Is it a possibility with a different coach at Ole Miss? I'm going off the deep end, Paul. I'm giving all the Gator fans hope.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it, and there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Get ready to connect. ESPN Northwest Florida is proud to welcome and feature the newest additions to our Panama City Beach Chamber family.
Welcome to the Beach Chamber, Bridge SMS Retail Solutions, Carillon Beach Rentals, Joseph Hagberg, San Marcos Mexican Grill, Panama City, The Huntsman 30A, and World Class Athletics.
Step in, grow, and connect with the community that celebrates your achievements.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
And the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, reaching Bay County and beyond.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall, out of here!
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub!
Hot tub! Woo! Hot tub! TK Vandy in the house.
Rub it up.
Hey. Jim Morant in the house. Big J.
Yeah.
Hot tub, baby. Play it.
Yeah.
Play it.
Yeah.
Love Eddie Murphy.
Hey, does TK Vandy do hot tubs? Could you put it in a hot tub? You got that capability?
He can put it in anything.
We prefer to build spas. Okay.
This man can do it all.
How about a nice, sauna?
About your sauna.
I went on.
How about with it liquid magma?
What movie is that?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Yeah,
that was funny, man.
So
Him
funny.
and his son.
How about no, Scott?
That's what my dad treated me. Hey, let me ask you something. Did y'all ever see the movie? I can't think of the name of it. It was on. I rented it. It was on Prime Video. Eddie Murphy and the other actor, and they were from New York. They got arrested in Mississippi. They put him in jail for Life.
Oh,
Life.
Life.
It's called Life.
Yeah,
Life.
yeah.
Have you ever
Life.
seen that movie?
Yeah, with
Hysterical.
Martin Lawrence.
Oh my God!
You gonna eat your cornbread? That's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Exactly.
That might be the best
and
line.
repercussions.
That baby's mine, boss.
No, man.
Jang-a-lang, 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 jang-a-lang.
That is it. If you have not watched that movie, you've
it's
got to go
hysterical.
watch that movie. It's
one of my
crazy.
favorites.
Oh, it's classic.
That was
Life,
unbelievable.
baby.
Can't make movies like that no more.
No.
Oh my God!
No, they don't.
Everybody gets up in arms.
It was Eddie Murphy is a genius. I mean,
Yeah,
he is incredible.
He wrote that.
absolutely.
That movie
He
too.
wrote that?
Pretty sure.
Oh my God, he is incredible.
Pretty sure.
What was the other one? He played three parts.
The Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
And the Clumps.
Then Norman, when he marries the big woman, and he played her too. He is the best. I can't
he's
say no
pretty
good things
funny.
about him.
You know what they said? They said that he was thinking about coming out and doing another stand-up.
Oh,
and
really?
Then COVID hit, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't really know." But there's still talks that he may do because his stand-ups were gigantic.
Yeah,
Dangerous. I mean, that's probably one of the best stand-ups of all time.
He grew up loving Elvis like me, and he talked about Elvis in one of his shows. It was funny. It was good. Who we got? Mike. Well, let's take him. We got a lot to cover today. Let's go with Mike. The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Mike.
What's up, Big Daddy?
Mike.
Roll
Tide.
Hey, I got a question for Jim Bob, and I'll leave you alone for the weekend.
All right, go ahead.
Jim Bob is a great student of history, as I was. And, of course, I don't want to give you too many hints, Jim Bob. Who's the greatest running back Georgia ever produced?
That Georgia ever produced?
Yeah.
I'd say Herschel Walker.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'd say you're wrong. Jim Brown was born near St. Simon's before he migrated to Harlem.
That's true.
Wait a minute. Did he say from Georgia? He misled us.
Yeah,
thinking
he did.
The University of Georgia.
Well, that's your
quick
fault.
question.
See, that's like the James Hales of the world try to claim Jesse Owens because he was born in
That's
Alabama.
right, baby.
But
Roll
went to
Tide.
high school in Cleveland.
He got an Alabama
to
degree.
Ohio State and lived in Ohio his whole
outside
life.
of Birmingham. Yeah, well, whatever.
Hank Aaron.
Anyway.
Yes, sir. Willie Mays.
Hank Aaron.
Muhammad Ali went through Alabama one time.
Yeah. He drove in a bus. We claimed him.
He flew over.
He's one of us.
He flew over it, yeah. Now, that Joe Lewis was from Alabama.
Yes, sir. Yes, he
I
was.
claim him.
Yeah. So was
James
Rocky.
Hale was from Alabama, too. Rocky who?
Hey, there's a movie coming out about Stallone, about the Rocky movie. And I saw the clip on it. No, I'm not in it. I saw the clip on it. It's going to be outstanding. It's
Glenn
really
Manley in
good.
it?
Glenn is in it. Glenn's a trainer.
I got memories about that.
Hey, Mick.
Cut me, Mick.
That's Glenn.
Hey, I made out with my girlfriend at the Melrose Cinema watching Rocky. That's one of them freaky things. It's not that romantic, but Adrian. She was better looking than Adrian, I'll tell you that.
I'm telling. Hey, listen, his life story is incredible, man.
Is that what the movie's about?
Yeah, it's
His
about
life
how he
story?
got it. They tried to
how
get
he
him to sell
created
the script.
Rocky.
He wrote the script. That's how he got started in his career. This movie. It's all about
I'm
that.
aware of that.
They offered him $25,000. They came back with more. The guy was like, "This idiot will take him. He'll never be in this movie because he wanted to be in the movie, direct, and do everything." He said, "You're out of your mind." And he kept telling him,
Stick to your guns.
You got to see them. Yeah, stick to your guns.
Never
Never give
how you
up.
can get
Never
recruited
quit.
by Tennessee. You don't take the early money from Ohio State. You stick to your guns and you land the best running back in the country. Tennessee paid whatever. They didn't give him enough. Here's what they did. They had learned from Nico Come On, I Want to Lay You, or whatever his name was, that they guaranteed that running back that they'll fly his parents in from Canada. Now, Nico used to request like 3,000 tickets. And he was a problem child. Hello, over?
Yeah, we're listening.
No,
This is intriguing. Go ahead. This is good.
Yeah, it's very intriguing. Hey, I got one question for you. James Hale.
Yes, sir.
This is more of an state of
Roll
Alabama
Tide.
question.
Yes, sir.
No, this is a War Eagle question.
Okay.
Can Auburn, after their pivotal game against Florida,
Week 3.
can they defeat the Vanderbilt Commodores the next week?
Absolutely.
Hey, speaking of Vanderbilt Commodores, how about your boy Pavia getting cut before training camp? He just got cut yesterday.
Oh, I didn't.
What was he?
Did that just
Was he
happen?
drunk
Pavia
before?
is not my
That
boy.
just happened?
Yeah, yesterday.
What was he drunk or something?
Well, look, man.
They
No,
said he's
no,
going to
he
try to
was-
play at Texas Tech. I'm
That's
serious.
why I
Are
love
you serious about that?
Pavia is 5'6", dude.
Yeah, he is. He's 5'6",
Who
you're right. He's
Eddie
like Manley.
LeBaron has quarterbacked in the NFL that was 5'6".
Oh, you're
Glenn,
right.
don't
Glenn
know if
played for
Eddie LeBaron was
the
that short.
Washington Redskins a couple years. Glenn Manley did. He was 4'6".
Yeah, but he was a kicker. You can be short and be a kicker like Gary Premium.
Yeah.
Anyway, Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
Go Balls. We're
Roll
only
Tide.
about 45 days away. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
Yeah, your boy Pavia got cut yesterday by the
Ravens. He
by the
got
Ravens.
waived.
Wow.
But like you said, like Mike says, he's like 5'6". He
Tell you what.
What did I think he's going to have?
Give him credit for what he did at Vandy.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
pretty
of course
good,
you do.
know. And then he goes into Auburn at New Mexico State or somewhere
Yeah.
we played and won there. The guy did some great
Oh,
things.
he's a good little player.
So it says right now that he's got a lot of interest from the CFL with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and also in the UFL apparently has interest too in Pavia.
James, what are you wearing today? Who are you today?
I got my Rays gear going on today. Raise up.
Man, looking good, brother.
That's my American
Looking
League
good.
team right there.
And the jewelry from David Adams, I'm sure.
Jewelry from David Addison. Still got plenty of stuff on the list. Need you to get down there, man.
Go check it out, brother. All right, I want to get my Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom update. I told you I would talk about this one. This is crazy what's happened throughout the country. My roommate in college is in Alaska as we speak. This is not a lie. This truly happened. This is not trains, automobiles, and airplanes, whatever that movie was called with Steve Martin. Anyway, they're up in Alaska. He's sending me pictures. Everything's crazy. Beautiful place up there. Bears everywhere. They're getting taken from one part of Alaska going into Anchorage, and the train, there was a landslide. The train had to stop. They had to have buses come to a town to pick them up. The train had to backpedal or whatever you call it. And they had to take buses to get to Anchorage. And I'm sending him all this information. He goes, where did this attack happen? This is the latest that's happened. A woman attacked by a brown bear while hiking above Bear Valley near South Anchorage, not North Anchorage, but South. And that's a big deal. South Anchorage and North Anchorage. Keep that in mind. What saved this lady, she had 3 dogs and another person accompanying her. It happened around Saturday around 5:30. The bear came out of the trees, out of nowhere. The woman had no life-threatening injuries. If you were here yesterday, that's a big deal. Yesterday we talked about the guy from Florida, 33 years old, was up in Glacier National Park, wanted to go up and see the beautiful scenery at sunset. He goes up there by himself, takes his cell phone, that's it. He gets up there, coming back. Last text was at 9:30. They found had a full can of bear spray, empty. Gruesome attack. Destroyed his head, dead. Oh, wow. This lady with the 3 dogs and somebody else out there, what saved her life. This happened on July 9th. It was attacked from a bear. And this is another attack. I'm sorry, this is another attack. This is 3 so far. Another attack happened on July 9th. Was attacked by a bear on the front porch of her house. She starts trying to scare the bears. What made the attack happen? She tried to scare the bear off with her cubs. You never do that. Get into the house. And it didn't work. The bear turned on her. Thank God she had a shotgun near her. She shot the shotgun. It says she hit the bear, but that scared her off, and the dogs barking got him out of there. That saved her. And that's it for today on our Mutual Wild Kingdom update. Thank you.
I think that it's over.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah. I don't think if the shotgun, depending on how far they, or how close they were,
the loud noise.
Yeah, because those little BBs inside of it, they, with the fur and the thick skin of the bear, probably.
Yeah.
More of a scare thing.
If they got,
if it's close range,
cubs, you in trouble. If they got, what idiot would try to force them off your property when there's 2 cubs with her? You don't do that. You get in the house and you let them do what they want, right?
No, 100%, yeah.
Now, if we had Cujo with us, your dog, you were okay because your dog probably could kill anything.
So
elephants, bears, whatever.
Yeah, my dog's so cool. He's like Chuck Norris. He would have negotiated his way out of it.
Speaking of you, tell us everybody what you do for a living. How can we get up with the great Kyle Vandegrift?
Give us a shout at 866-9908. We can help you out with any of your construction needs that you have. But if you don't go with us, people, make sure you're using a licensed and insured contractor that lives right here in Bay County. Let's keep the money inside this beautiful county of ours.
Absolutely. Locals taking care of locals. I say this all the time. Don't go, oh, my goodness. James, you know what we did last night?
What did we do?
Julie's brother here, his grandson Lawson, Lorelai, Layton, Johnny, Jared, Mariah all came over. So what did we do? We didn't go out to eat. No, we did something even better. We went to our Outlaws Barbecue. Remember on 23rd Street? Paul and them now are on Thomas Drive. The barbecue was unbelievable. We had pulled pork, pulled chicken,
brisket,
chicken strips for the kids, fried okra, which was incredible, green beans. Oh my God, the food was outstanding. My brother goes, "Where did you get this?" I said, "Outlaws Barbecue." He said, "I want to go by there before we leave." He took half the stuff to his condo, but I'm telling you, Outlaws Barbecue is incredible. Where's it at? Well, listen up, real careful. You're on Thomas Drive. You're heading to J. Michael's. Keep on going. Go across the bridge. The curve where Newbies 2 is on the curve.
Yeah.
Keep on going past that. And going up, it's probably about halfway, maybe not quite halfway to the mothership. And there's a sign out there you got to be looking for. It's on the right-hand side. When I went to pick it up yesterday, they had a band playing in there. Food's incredible. Place was packed out. Outlaws Barbecue. You can do what we did. Call, make an order, go pick it up. Better yet, eat there. They got entertainment. They do everything. Their whole family's.
How's the coleslaw?
Everything's absolutely wonderful. Their whole family's from Alabama. They take a lot of pride in what they do. Wonderful people. Outlaws Barbecue is incredible. You will absolutely love it. All right. I told you yesterday, James, about Pepper's Mexican Grill.
Yes, sir.
Margarita. That margarita is the best I've ever had. Told Jim about it this morning. You got the regular margaritas, and you got the draft beer, buy one, get one free. Then they got the soft, I can't remember the name, soft margarita. It's like an icy ice cream deal, 3 different liquors. You taste it, you can't stop it. It's like a dessert. It's unbelievable. It's got a kick. Be careful. Really good. Get out to Pepper's Mexican Grill, have a great time. We finally got one in Panama City.
Best salsa in town.
Best, yes, chips and salsa. Chicken quesadillas, oh my God, love them. You don't have to get but one order and split with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or both.
You know what I love about Peppers? If the crunchiness of their tacos, man, way better than a lot of places.
Thank you. You're not kidding.
Beef
Row Braised in Lynn Haven. If we're talking food this morning, Beef Row Braised Lynn Haven. Pat Prano, City Commissioner, was incredible. Get out to Beef Row Braised Lynn Haven. You'll be glad you did. And of course, we're live at J. Michael Studios. Today's special, crisp fish. Grilled fish over bed of rice, special sauce, peppers and onions. It's healthy. It's outstanding. The best fried seafood you'll get anywhere. So shrimp is incredible. That place this week, you can't get in. It's been packed lunch, dinner, all day long. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. And we'll be right back. 104.3. SEC Media Days are going on. All kind of stuff is happening. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of little radio stations with little signals that drop off at the edge of town?
He did say.
Oh, bless their hearts. This is the most powerful sports signal in the Panhandle. You found the Sports Talk Monster. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the west-southwest. Mostly sunshine and 91. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Slightly cooler at 82. Tomorrow, partly sunny most of the day aside from a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. And a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 91. About the same at 92 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Get ready, Duval. Jaguars training camp is returning to Miller Electric Center for 2026. Join us for an up-close look at our players in action as they prepare for the upcoming season. Daily availability is limited, so don't wait. Be part of all the excitement as football returns to Jacksonville. Get more information and secure your tickets by visiting jaguars.com/training camp. We'll see you there.
Your safety and proper care of your boat in an emergency is crucial. When it comes to on-water assistance, response time is everything. And since 1996, in the Bay or on the Gulf, it's Seato. Seato's Coast Guard licensed captains are on the scene in an average of 1 hour or less. Seato gets members home or back to boating faster. Become a member today at Seato.com or call 850-234-2323.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves Morning Update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves take Game 4 from the Padres and take the series. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network Morning Update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
The Braves pound out 4 home runs, solo shots from Michael Harris II, Ozzie Albies, and Drake Baldwin, and then a 3-run shot from Dominic Smith as they top the Padres 6-5 in Game 4 of the 4-game set. Chris Sale, he improves to 11-6 on the season with 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. It's his 3rd double-digit strikeout game of the season, 94th of his career. Breaks a tie with Kurt Schilling for 7th all-time. Sandy Koufax next on that list with 97. Baltimore coming up next. We'll see Grant Holmes on the mound. He's 6-4, has a 3.70 ERA, 41 walks, 78 strikeouts. Last time out, 5 innings, 7 hits, and 3 earned runs, and a win over the Rangers. Trevor Rogers will be on the hill for the Orioles for a leadoff show at 5:50. First pitch between the Braves and the Orioles tonight, 7:05 Eastern from Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and you can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got a special occasion happen on Monday, July 27th at 2:30 at the Bay High School practice field. Dedication to the man, the myth, the legend. The man has given his life, his blood, his sweat to this county. The one and only Glenn Eugene Manley. The Rock. They got a plaque on it, the Rock by that Bay High School football practice field. It says, if I'd have ate better and went to Max Fit Sports Nutrition, I'd have been taller. No, it does not say that. But it talks about Glenn Manley. You talk about this great award. I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it? You ain't got no good eyes. All right, yeah, man. So we got this plaque. We got a 4,000-pound boulder that's at the practice field. And, you know, it's just a dedication to Coach for the players that go on and off the field to stay safe, slap the rock.
Slap the rock.
And try to hold yourself to a higher standard. That's all it is.
Can we just slap Glenn instead?
Yeah. Sit there. They're about the same height. They're 4'7".
Yeah.
So
I think you take Manley.
Yeah. Maybe.
But you know, we wanted to have something that'll pass on because you know he's been helping for.
He is Bay High
3-4 generations now, and this will be a generational kind of gift that we did for him. So
who was longer in this business, your dad or Glenn? Your dad was a head coach. What?
No, Coach only did. Let me see here. Pop did 36
coaching. Correct.
36. Yeah. And then as soon as he could retire, he was gone.
Well, he should have. He
still makes. He loves being retired, by the way, but he still makes sporting events. But you know, Coach Manley is everywhere. I mean, you see Coach Manley he'll be at. You know, a Mowat game. But yeah,
he loves Arnold. He's at all the Arnold events. You see him at all the Arnold events.
It's a lot of events that that guy makes for sure.
Love that man. All right, a question for both you guys. We got to get into this thing. Let me find my first question. If you don't give me a second.
So Let's start. James. Media Day started yesterday, right?
Oh, it's over today. Yesterday was the last day.
Or yesterday was last day.
There's a lot of good stuff I liked happening in media day I want to talk about today. But question to you guys. We'll start off with this one. What's the perfect number of playoff games? Now, before you answer that, do you remember player safety? When we were talking about going from 4 to 12. Player safety. We have got to take care of the safety of these kids. They can't just keep playing. They're going to get hurt. And what about their academics? How are they going to graduate if they keep playing football? Hell, they transfer every other day. They're never going to get a degree. Jim Brandt, What, in your opinion, not the Big Ten's opinion, what's Jim Brandt's opinion, what's the perfect number? Is it 20, like 24?
You're talking about teams?
Yes, the playoffs. How many teams get in? What if you were in charge, what would you do?
I would say 12 or so. I think what we got right now is fine. I do. You go much more than that, you got to do one of two things. Either you're going to keep playing into February, past the Super, that's one option, or you got to start way sooner and not play as many regular season games, which, of course, they're never going to do because that just cuts out the money that they all want. I think where we're at now is fine. Now, will it stay that way? Probably not. They'll probably go to 16 or whatever. But.
Okay. What's your take with this? What happened to the safety issue? Did they forget about that?
I don't get all worked up about that. I played.
But I'm just saying that's what they were using.
No,
as excuse.
I know. But stop and think about it. They when they say that the safety thing, you're playing. There's only a couple teams that play that many games. Unless you're the national championship team or playing for the national, you're not going to play 15 games.
Yeah.
Some play 16, right?
I think that's really overdone, and I think they beat that to death. And to me, it's just not a factor. It's only just two teams.
All right. James,
that's just me.
James, we'll go with you next.
So
what's the perfect number?
For me, it's 16. You just get rid of the buys for the first round. Nobody gets by. Everybody plays in the first round now. So you're still playing the same number of games.
What about league or conference championships, too?
And, those are going to probably disappear
If you go to 16, that's probably should happen, but it won't.
Yeah, I think it would disappear. And my
my
reasoning
you're talking about Power 4 champions, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Not the MAC. Okay.
And my reason for 16, if we look at it since we started doing the playoff structure, if we just go with the best 16 without having to throw in a group of 5 team in, if we look at it over those years, there's only been like 2 years where there was not a group of 5 team that wasn't ranked in the top 16. So you still get one of those teams in without having to make a special rule for them. So I think 16 is about the right number.
Okay. Kyle Vandegrift.
I couldn't have said it any better. James hit it right on the head. That's exactly.
So none of y'all
would
would have gone down to like 8 or 4.
No, sir.
Okay, all right.
No,
okay.
I think and it makes total sense. Take the buys out, insert, boom, you're there.
All right. What if we stayed at 12 and no Cinderellas? Power 4 only. Would that have worked?
No.
You still want 16?
No, I'm good with 16 because
let's ask a real expert. Let's bring him on right now. The legend, Rob. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're great. We're even better now. You're on the phone.
Let me ask you something. Why did it take you so long to find Outlaws Barbecue? They've been there for years. Excellent place.
They were on 23rd Street all that time, and
yeah,
I love Paul.
Yeah.
Paul's an old Bama boy. I love him. Good man.
Yeah. He moved down here. He retired, moved down here, and bought him a job.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, so you've been out there on Thomas Drive, that bar. That's some good barbecue, man. That is really good.
They got their sliders are excellent.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the pulled pork or the brisket or their chicken on their sliders, and they're mini. They're excellent.
There's one thing, Rob, I haven't not had there yet, and Jason Kovaleski, I didn't realize how much he went there. He knew about it. He says the best French fries he's ever had anywhere.
Oh, yeah. This is the place that was at the old Taco Bell on 23rd?
Yeah, 23rd, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that place.
They're right there.
Yeah.
3rd Beck Avenue and 390 and all that. Yep.
It's good,
man. It was the old Taco Bell building. You're absolutely right.
All right, Rob, come on. Right now, tell me, what's the perfect number?
Oh, 2.
I love Rob. I love him.
Hey, let me ask you something. Did y'all hear who's the coach at Texas yesterday, his exit interview with Paul Feinbaum?
Stark, yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear the interview?
No.
What he said?
No.
Yeah,
No.
They had to let go, and he named off a bunch of his starters and everything else, and he actually said to make room for the payroll cap.
Yeah,
every team's got one now.
Everybody's
got one.
Everybody's doing that.
Right. That's what I'm
in every
saying,
sport.
though, right?
In every sport.
When they started talking about this, did they not say that the schools could not give these players money? It had to come from the outside, and it was going to be for advertisements and make their name and likeness. But, now he sounded exactly like a
NFL.
NFL. Exactly.
I mean, they're not working. They're working together. The schools aren't paying for it, but definitely the coaches and the boosters and all those guys, they're real tight with each other.
And didn't one of FSU's coaches get suspended for 3 games because he gave a guy that flew in and gave him a ride to where they were going to talk about
You can't do that, Rob. That's wrong. Naughty.
Right. Well, and we had talked about, now that the high school coaches could give the players, which I don't know why they threw a number out there, but, if you used to give
15,000.
a kid a ride, you couldn't give a kid a ride if it's raining and give him a ride home.
Yeah, guess what? Everybody gave him a ride home. We never left a kid out there like that. Never would, never hell. The hell with those rules.
But it was a violation.
Who cares?
Yeah. Well,
I don't like the Florida High School Athletic Association. Never have. They take too much of our money.
But back to what you're talking about. I think if you really want to, 8 teams is probably good. That way nobody gets buys, But I think
Rob, I'm going to interrupt you real quick, just for a second. We used to live in Cape Coral, Florida, the lightning capital of the world. Kids standing out there, he's going to walk home. Lightning like you would not believe, raining, storming. And you don't think we're going to stop and put him in our car and take him home?
I didn't say you what.
Yeah.
I'm just telling
we did that
you
quite a bit.
But, right. If you wanted to buy pizzas for everybody, now you can without getting in trouble. I got all that.
Yeah.
But we were so far one way. It's kind of like being everything now. You're so far one way you can't do anything, and now all of a sudden we're giving them damn Lamborghinis to drive back and forth.
It gets them out of the rain, though.
What color do you want? Orange, white, or black?
TK Vandy pink.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. We've gone from one thing to the other,
Yeah, the cap's $21.3 million now.
The kid from Arnold that signed a $4.2 million contract, he had to weigh his options there. Well,
South Walton. Nick's boy.
$4 million, or do I go to?
Yeah, wait a minute. Time out for a minute. I got to ask Jim. Jim, when you signed your bonus? What was it? $4.22 million.
4.3.
4.3. People forget about what Jim Brandt did.
It was a hair over that. Yeah,
it was Akron. Though.
Hair.
It was Akron.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But and then yesterday you had the 50-year reunion for the Bay High School guys on there.
Can you believe how many players got scholarships off that football team? I was shocked.
I was gonna try and call in, but I didn't want to interrupt him because I was in 10th grade when it was the class of '77 that actually won it. But Godby High School beat them 17-14. And they're the only team that beat them that year.
Wow.
And Godby went 14-0. But we had kids that running back was Chris.
Wait a minute, go back. What was the score of that Godby game?
17-14, I think. It's 17-14 or 17-13.
I think it was 36-6. 36-6.
36-6.
Yeah.
Not Godby, was it?
At Godby. Yeah. They also lost to Lincoln that year, 16-20.
Maybe it was that one.
I thought they only lost one game.
They lost 2.
Was there 2?
They lost 2. Yeah.
I didn't. Godby and Lincoln are right there.
He gave me I got everything right here. I'm looking at it. I'm like you, Rob. I said I didn't think they lost a game. I was always telling people.
What are we talking about?
Bay 1976 state championship.
State champ team.
They were great. Hey, we got to take a break, Rob. We're over.
Okay, guys. Y'all have a good.
All right,
day.
thanks, Rob.
We love you, man. You want to hold on? You got to go.
I got to go.
All right, buddy. Call us back sometime. Bye-bye. Thank you, Rob. I love that guy.
Bye.
The man, the myth, the legend, Big Rob. I tell you, he is great. Do I got time to do anything?
Really, really fast.
I'll let you do it. Where's the favorite place to go get jewelry?
David Adamson, right there in Lynn Haven. They got all of your jewelry needs taken care of. They do repairs, they do fixes, they do custom work, and they got your wish list.
When we get back, we got Jim Brandt. We've got the FSU update. Brought to you by Newbies. We'll be right back. Kyle Vandergrift, Big James, Jim Brandt, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. 1976 Bay High School State Championship football team raising money. They're going to try to get a $50,000 scholarship for them. It's going to be pretty cool. We'll be right back.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Instant Replay Sports Cards welcomes former Kansas City Royal pitcher Randy McGilberry. He's going to be at Instant Replay Sports Cards for a book signing on Saturday, August 1st from 1 to 3. Get the new book, Dare to Dream, Believing in Yourself by Randy McGilberry. Come meet Randy, get personalized autographs, and have your photo taken with an MLB legend. Don't miss this special event Saturday, August 1st at Instant Replay Sports Cards, 752 West 23rd Street in the Sanford Station, Panama City.
Take the hassle out of pool ownership with Tropical Spas and Pools. Their weekly pool cleaning service covers it all. Water testing, chemicals, brushing, vacuuming, and a full equipment checkup, so you can just relax and enjoy. Ready to upgrade your backyard? They specialize in hot tub spas from entry-level to executive models, starting at $6,599. Plus, above-ground pools like an 18-foot round starting at just $4,295. Visit Tropical Spas and Pools, 3612 West 23rd Street in Panama City.
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it, and there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michaels Studios.
Don't turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Do it, Kyle. Different style. I like that.
Florida State people. Let's go. When does it start? Right here?
Yeah.
Come on, James.
I don't know how to spell
F-L-O-R-D-A-S-T-A-T-E.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State.
Woo!
That's pretty cool.
Coach Jim Bob, everybody.
FSU Updates brought to you by Newbies. We've got 4 great locations, Newbie 2 on the curve. Head on down to the mothership like you know you're going to do this weekend. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for your pleasure. Get out to one of the 4 and have a great time. John and Charlotte always give back to the community. Jim, before you start, I want to go back to what Rob said about rules. You can't give a guy a ride. It kind of hit me. I came across being probably too smart aleckly towards the Florida High School Athletic Association. But you got an organization that charges every sport at every school for everything you do. Kickoff classics, volleyball classic, playoffs. They take every penny they can from you. And that's always bothered me. And some of the rules, and honestly, they say you can't give a kid a ride home. And as you're leaving and you see your players walking down the street in storms and cold weather and bad weather, you don't just leave them out there to get hurt. You put them in your car and take them home. So now there were other rules. Yeah, you can't. I get the other rules, but some of the others were just completely stupid. So I'm sorry if I came across too negative and too smart aleckly. And it's a good Florida High School Athletic Association does a lot of great things. But I'm sorry, I had to throw that in here. Jump into your.
You feel
update.
better now?
I feel a little bit better.
Okay.
Rob hit a nerve.
All right. James Hale, who loves media days more than probably any person on the planet.
Oh, Tide.
I'm not going to talk about SEC Media Day. But last week, they had ACC Media Days, and one of the things that came out, one of the things that came out is the ACC is going to have in air quotes, a new head-to-head tiebreaker for the football season coming up, because there was some kind of S-storm last year. How come Duke's playing in the championship game when they're 7-5 and Miami is whatever they were, and they were left out, didn't play Virginia? All right, and then Duke went ahead and won, beat Virginia and got in the playoffs with an 8-5 record. And Miami made it too, obviously. But how the heck did Duke get in over Miami last year? And I had to look it up. It was kind of convoluted. This is last year, not now. Last year. All right.
The
Last
Virginia
season,
loss?
Duke got in over Miami on the 6th tiebreaker. It was the opponent, the teams that you played, their winning percentage. So they had to go back because everything else was tied between Duke and Miami. And Duke had their opponents had a 500% winning percentage, and Miami's only had 438. So that's how Duke got in last year. Now, fast forward to this year, about a week ago, they have the solution. I'm being sarcastic here if you can't tell. Here's the solution that they came up with. Head-to-head is always first, okay? So if two teams are tied for the playoffs, head-to-head. Then, if it's still tied, again, this is the air quotes now, the team success ranking, okay? Now, who determines the team success ranking? How is that figured out? There's some. I don't know where they get. I don't know where they get this stuff. I really don't. There's a group out there called the Sports Source Analytics. All right, and they're going. If two teams are tied, if James Hale and Kyle Vandergriff are tied, they're going to determine your analytics. All right. And who are these people that determine these things? I looked it up. I looked them up before I came in. I didn't write it down because they're baseball players. There are two baseball players that played at Vanderbilt, and another one that played at Georgia Tech. So as a football person, my immediate thing is, why do you have baseball people figuring out what to... Football. Not that you can't figure it out, but it just seems like you're opening yourself up for a lot of second guessing because why don't you have football guys? You know, that's like the natural comeback you're going to get. But anyway, if it's tied, Sports Source Analytics, this group is going to determine based on the strongest body of work. Now,
that seems
James Hale's got
arbitrary.
the look I'm looking for because it's my look too. It's like, well, what determines the strongest body of work? And you can nitpick that. Well, on 3rd and 4 back on the left hash going into the sidelines, they only gave up. Like, you can nitpick that and you can analyze that to death. And it's like, what statistic means more than another one? Is it turnovers? Is it, well, their punter for 45-yard net average, or their field goal kicker missed on the left hash. I mean, like,
why is not Max Prep deciding this?
That's exactly what I thought. This to me reminds me of Max Prep in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Where you have some outsiders deciding who the best team is.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't tell me last year that Duke at 7-5 wasn't as good as Miami. Really? But I'm serious now. I kind of saying sarcastically, but I'm serious. This is what they're going with. The Sports Source Analytics, the strongest body of work. And, of course, that opens up the obvious thing. What is the stronger body of work?
Can I call timeout?
Yes.
All right. This coming up year, if they didn't have that rule in, Duke would have been in the playoffs. Because this year, they're putting in the conference champs, right?
Right.
So is this kind of to make sure a team like Duke doesn't get in?
I think so.
Is that what it is?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
That's
I
what it's.
I think you're right.
So these guys are statisticians,
I think
third-party
they're there to
statisticians.
pull the trigger on that. That's what I think.
Yeah, they're statisticians, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I will say, their background's baseball. I mean, baseball
and one from
does have a
Vandy?
stat for everything.
2 from Vanderbilt, 1 from Georgia Tech.
I mean, they got a stat for everything in baseball.
Exactly.
They got a stat for how many
it looked like you'd want
peanut
ACC
shells they've thrown on the
people in
ground.
there, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want ACC people in there doing it instead of Vandy?
Well, Vandy's a
Georgia Tech's
very
an ACC.
smart school.
Now,
And so is Georgia Tech from the engineering
I got to be
side.
fair. I don't know how old these guys are. I mean, they could be our age for all I know. I mean, I don't know. But it just seems, the whole thing just seems like, really? Like, aren't we trying a little too hard?
It seems like
here?
somebody's cousin's nephew started a company and got like a little backdoor.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a little shop like
going on.
Florida selling out to Max Prep Sports. Yeah.
All right. So there's that. And then also this morning, it was defined because when I was here last, about a week ago, that we talked about Tom Herman coming to Florida State. It was kind of undetermined what he was going to do.
Right.
I saw this yesterday, or this morning. Here's what his job's going to be now. He is an offensive guy by training. He's been a head coach. He's been an OC his whole coaching career. Never did anything with defense that I know. So he's going to get with the defensive coach, the defensive coordinator, and he's going to analyze, if I was coaching against Florida State, where would I attack the defense that you're playing out there? Where are your weaknesses? Where are the things that you won't be able to defend well? And I'm thinking to myself, you have to hire somebody to do that. I coached defense for a long time. I know where the problems are. I mean, if you coach it, you know, like, if they do this, we're going to have a hard time. I mean, that's just built in. I mean, you just know. So why do I have to have some guy say, you know, Jim, if they do this, you're going to have a real issue? Don't I already know that?
Yeah.
You know, why do you? So what I'm getting at is, I don't think that's the real reason. I still think he's going to be the next head coach of Florida State. I think they're grooming him. I think Norvell's got a short leash. And when it goes south about halfway through, Herman's going to be
during the season?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's just my opinion.
That could be.
I can't prove it. That's just what I think.
But from an interim role until they find somebody, or do you think actually?
He must have connections to that AD or something.
I mean, because
somebody.
What was it? I mean, what did he do at Texas? And
he was the head coach. Go back to Ohio State when they beat Bama in the he was the hot deal, man.
Yeah,
Saban, they paid him to come to Tuscaloosa and visit with their whole staff. He was the guy.
Yeah, I know.
Remember that back in 2014, he was the next head everything.
Yeah, he was.
And
so what? I don't know the backstory behind him.
He's been a head coach a couple.
He's been the head coach at. Tom Herman has been the head coach at Houston, Texas, and Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
And
so, and he was there before Willie Taggart or before Lane Kiffin?
Where?
At Florida Atlantic.
Oh, before Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Why would anybody go there?
I just don't know much about him.
Because Texas.
I'm talking about him. I don't know why
Texas let him go. He needed a job. I mean, you know.
I still think he's a heck of a coach.
Well, here's my thing. What was Mike Norvell's qualifications to be the head coach of Florida State? He was at Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis, yeah.
And you look at the guy that replaced him, Somerville, is that his name? At Arkansas. He was at Memphis, replaced him. His record at Memphis is really, really good.
So Herman was at Texas
the Memphis
before
thing
Sarkisian?
kept rolling.
Yes.
The Florida State thing didn't keep rolling. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guy replaced him at Memphis. Did a great job. The wins kept coming. He's now the head coach at Arkansas.
Yep.
And what I'm saying is that Norvell, when he came to Florida State, didn't keep it rolling. So hopefully he will this year. Hopefully have a good year. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Thank you, Jim. FSU Update's been brought to you by John and Charlotte. Get out, newbies, have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you there. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Well, yeah, we all do. Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. Jason is a local legend. Go by locals take care of locals. That's the thing we want. Go by one of his two stores on 23rd Street and Pier Park. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one, not even close. The heat index Monday, 110. If you don't have Stevenson Air Conditioning right now and your power bill's going through the roof and it's just not getting cooled off, you got to go local. You got to go to Stevenson Air Conditioning, the best decision you've ever made. And tell Coach you told him to call you. Steve's Bike Shop. I love Steve. He's been a head coach in Moses swim team, I don't know how long, but Steve's Bike Shop since 1979. He's doing something right over there. Electric bikes are taking over the world. They got new and used. Where's he located? On 23rd Street, across from Sam's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN North. Happy birthday, Randy Williams. He has turned 60 years old. Boy. Be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Braves country.
This one's going supersonic.
Tonight, the Atlanta Braves are at the Baltimore Orioles to kick off a 3-game series at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The Braves sit in first place atop the NL East as they try to get their groove back. We'll have first pitch coming up at 6:15 tonight on your home for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the west-southwest. Mostly sunshine and 91. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Slightly cooler at 82. Tomorrow, partly sunny most of the day aside from a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 91. About the same at 92 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning in to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all. The Coach James Hale Show.
Pro gun, pro flag, and pro peace show.
Live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, James, we're back live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, experts, help me out. I need your guys to jump on. Lane Kiffin said some really good things. I really liked some of the things he said during SEC Media Days, and I agree with him 100%. One thing right here. Help me out with this. Ohio State. You can name, okay, I'll give you some names. Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon from the Big Ten. From the SEC, LSU, Texas A&M, Texas. We use those three names. Then you got a school named Notre Dame. Notre Dame goes 10-2. They lose at home to Miami. Then they get upset by one of the Navy League teams or whatever. They're 10-2, and they're Notre Dame. But Ohio State plays arguably one of the toughest schedules in college football. 6 teams ranked in the top 10. 6 teams, I think, in the top 10. Texas' schedule's brutal. LSU's brutal. What are those 3 teams? Or Oregon, you put Oregon in there. What are those 3 teams go 9-3, all close losses? You're a committee member. Who are you going to put in? You're going to put an independent that's 10-2 with a weak schedule or strength of schedule that's way down compared to these other 6 teams we're talking from the best 2 conferences in college football. Who are you going to put in if you're a committee meeting? Are they going to do the right thing? In my opinion, the right thing is you put the strength of schedule, the 9-3 Buckeyes, the 9-3 LSU in over at 10-2 Notre Dame that lost their toughest game at home and then lost to a fairly 700, whatever. It was another game.
Well, if you got a 400 strength schedule and you go 10-2 or whatever.
We're talking Notre Dame.
Yeah, and I don't think.
What are you going to do?
I don't think Notre Dame should ever be a shoo-in for the playoffs. Ever.
Okay, let's say it again. What are you going to do? What will the committee do? Do you trust the committee?
Oh, I'm picking a theoretical 9-3 LSU.
That's who you would pick.
Or whatever team that is of those 2 conferences, because we all know it's SEC and Big Ten. Everybody knows that. It is what it is.
That's what, in my opinion, should happen. I'm not buying it. What would the committee do, in your opinion?
I think they put Notre Dame in.
Thank you.
I thought you were asking what I would do.
No, well, it was, but then I asked you what the committee's doing.
Oh, what the committee's
I can have
do?
the court reporter read back what I said. You can't handle
Bring in the stenographer.
I'm with you. I don't trust them.
I mean, isn't there a rule that if they finish in the top 12, they're an automatic in? And what ranking system's not going to have Notre Dame at 10-2 in the top 12? Every single one of them are going to have them in there. So they're in. The rule says they're in. They're in.
So Lane Kiffin made some good points, and he said we went ahead and to jump into the non-conference games. We did it before we had these rules set. So I'm like you two. 10-2 Notre Dame will get in over a team that's played a lot tougher schedule in the two toughest conference in college football. Now, let's throw another team out there. Let's put Texas Tech out of the Big 12. Same situation. They go 10-2, and the same big name, big blue bloods go 9-3. If it's Texas Tech, Jim, I still think they'll do the same thing. I still think they put a 10-2 Texas Tech in over a 9-3 Ohio State, LSU, Texas, or whatever. Am I right or wrong? I just
No, I think you're right on that.
I think you're right on that because right now they have that name attached to them that people are going to hate watch that game, so it brings eyeballs. And what are they concerned about? Eyeballs.
Okay, I looked something up.
Help me.
I don't say I agree with it. I'm just being devil's advocate.
Okay.
You know me. This is what I do.
I know how you are.
2025. Here are the 12 teams that made it. Okay, not this last year. Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama, Miami, Tulane, and James Madison. Now, going with what we just said, which I would still go along with, how come Notre Dame's not in that list? Alabama's in that list.
Did they not just change the rule? Did they, James? You hit it a minute ago.
What was Notre Dame's record last year?
Let's go find out real quick.
But James, you answered it a minute ago. You said the new
rule
is
the rule is I don't know
that,
when
Notre
they
Dame
put
got
the
their
rule
own
in.
rule put in there.
That is a rule that CFP now has for the playoff committee that if it's a top 12 finish, they
got to
didn't put what poll it is.
Somebody else
but
is
it's
going to
a
be
top
out.
12.
They got to be in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe they did that.
But Alabama was in there with 3 losses.
And, hey, I'd be the first one.
Then a double
No.
talk
I'm
starts.
saying I didn't say they belonged. What happened when they got in there? What was the final score of that game they lost? 36-6.
Yeah, something.
And in the game before they got in, they got destroyed in that game.
Yeah. So my point is, I have multiple points.
10-2.
Notre Dame was 10-2 last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alabama's 9-3. So for the Notre Dame people, well, we didn't make it, but Alabama did.
But remember the time they wanted.
Alabama did.
I'll go back again. Politics. They wanted to keep the SEC championship, the Big Ten championship games, and all those championship games because of money, because eyeballs, money. So they didn't want to hurt that. The SEC would. Our runner-up doesn't get in. If we don't let our runner in, we're not going to play the extra game.
Alabama made it after they lost that game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what the argument was. We're not going to go play that game. We're in with. We got 2 losses. We're in. We go play that and lose to Georgia. We're out. They were complaining about it before. So the committee did what they wanted. It was a political then. We got to keep the SEC championship game. It makes too much money. We got to keep the Big Ten championship. It makes too much money. So it's all corrupt.
You're right.
So you're saying it was obviously them.
Yes, they were threatened right away because it was. We talked about it. I was supporting Bama and Georgia. I said they go there. They're playing the next game. Notre Dame's sitting at home. We're going to penalize Alabama and Georgia for playing the extra game. You can say the same thing for the Big Ten schools.
Yep.
They're going to go play. You're going to penalize them and put Notre Dame. Notre Dame's not playing this weekend. So I was on board with that last year. So we're getting hit in both ends. You really believe James Madison should have been in the playoffs?
No. Or Tulane. Either one of them.
Yeah.
I agree.
Anyway, I got to
or Boise State the year before.
And you go back to what scored? Breaking news: Georgia scored again. TCU. All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our great people. Do you want your yard to look absolutely gorgeous? I do. That's why I use Patrick Garner. That's why I use Turpro Pest Control. Do you want bugs out of your house forever? I do. That's why I use Patrick Turner. That's the reason I use Turf Pro Pest Control. They can do it all. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Locals taking care of locals. His beautiful daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley High School. I think she's All-American. She's incredible. Kyle Vandergrift, you want a roof? Did you get a letter in the mail? They're saying, hey, we're going to drop you insurance. Your roof is getting old. Kyle, can you help those people?
Absolutely. Give us a shout. We can help you out. 866-9908 or visit us at tkvandy.com, and we'll walk you through the process, people.
1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly, but if you got Dr. Ward, no problems. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. You listen, right now, there's an office near you. If it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, go get checked. It takes 5 minutes. And listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back. We got the legend, Jeff Spiegel, out of the great state of Alabama. Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ultimate solution to it.
ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Braves country.
This one's going supersonic.
Tonight, the Atlanta Braves are at the Baltimore Orioles to kick off a 3-game series at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The Braves sit in first place atop the NL East as they try to get their groove back. We'll have first pitch coming up at 6:15 tonight on your home for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the west-southwest, mostly sunshine and 91. Partly cloudy skies tonight, slightly cooler at 82. Tomorrow, partly sunny most of the day aside from a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 91. About the same at 92 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa's on vacation, but Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry is working overtime on the savings. Celebrate Christmas in July with up to 75% off sparkling diamond and gemstone jewelry, coastal-inspired pieces, and holiday savings that are making waves. You'll find treasures from the shore to adore during Christmas in July. Slay the summer at Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry at the corner of East Avenue and 15th Street, your diamond headquarters.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall. Out of here!
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it, and there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Stand up, put your hand over your heart. This is unbelievable. Love us, hate us, you know who we are.
Listen to this important message.
Yes, sir, baby. Roll Tide. I hope Bama can get it back. Bum, 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 bum. Roll, Alabama. Roll Tide, roll. Alabama updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love Jason. Locals taking care of locals. Graduated from Mosley High School.
You.
Knocked it through the ballpark. Home run. Greatest company out there. Call them anytime, day or night. Stevenson Air Conditioning. We got the legend on right now. This guy is incredible. Matter of fact, he's got an interview today with Coach DeBoer, and he's going to tell Coach DeBoer all these negative things I say about him. And he's also going to say how he agreed with me. No, I don't think he's going to say that. But anyway, the one and only Jeff Spiegel out of the great state of Alabama. Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing great. What time are you going to interview Coach today?
10 o'clock.
Oh, man. Are you in Tuscaloosa now?
I am not. We're about to leave.
Okay. Who's going with you?
Yeah. Ian Liddell, our award-winning sports shooter.
Okay, good. Do you need me to get on the phone with all three of you at the same time during this interview, or you want me to stay out of this one?
Oh, that would be great. The more the merrier.
You know what, though? I tell you what. I came in the other day. I was real positive about everything. And I was like, these players love Coach. And that's part of it. He has lost weight. He looks good. It's year 3. I'm going to be positive. I think year 3 is going to be good. I think he's going to make the playoffs. I think he's going to have a rushing attack this year. I think things are going to be a lot better than what a lot of people think. Stephen A. Smith, he said a lot of things that I've said a month ago. Kind of negative, really negative, but I've kind of changed my tune. I'm thinking positive. Come on, Coach, get it done. What do you think?
Well, obviously there are a lot of questions. They have to get a starting quarterback, and they have to figure out, who that's going to be. And obviously, there were issues with the running game, the offensive line, running backs, physicality, which, you and I have talked about, on this show before. Mm-hmm. They kind of got pushed around, in those ugly losses to Georgia and Indiana and like that. So, there's some issues, for improvement. I wanted to ask you about, the question that he got at SEC Media Days, and I was thinking about bringing this up to him today when he was asked, do you think your time at Alabama will be defined by whether you win a national championship? And that certainly got a lot of play in the media when he said, I wouldn't doubt that that's the case, but I'm not focused on that. Ooh. How did you feel about that answer?
I think I know where he's coming from, but you're at Alabama, and you and I both know if you're not there to win a national championship, and that's your number one goal, you're in the wrong place. They're not even happy with the SEC championship. At Alabama, you expect to win national championships, and don't you kind of feel like that was not the correct answer? That's just me. What did you think about it?
Well, what's the difference between that and then Nick Saban saying you don't need to be focused on outcomes? You need to be focused on the process. Why should
that's a good point.
Be held to
that's a good point.
Why should he be held to a different standard, when it comes to answering that question than Nick Saban was, when he was introduced, 19 years ago? To me, that seemed kind of unfair that people, were attacking him for that.
That's a good point you made right there. But every day we're working to be a champion. Everybody in this program needs to know what the role is to make us a champion. So he kind of did say our goal is to be a champion.
Listen, we all need a cake, right? It's how we make the batter and mix it up and right amount of ingredients. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we all want a cake.
Yeah, exactly. And there were times last year when that cake tasted really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, after the Georgia game, after the Tennessee game, after the Oklahoma game, not the one at home, but the one in the playoff. And there were some times when it you looked at the cake and you go, I don't want anything to do with that. That's ugly.
That's more like a biscuit.
Jeff, go back to Coach Bryant. I remember I saw some of his old interviews. We're not a very good football team. We right now we're not a good team. We can't block. We can't tackle. We got a long ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe we got a chance. We do got a chance. But he always badmouthed his football team. He went to the opposite extreme. He wanted you to think that Alabama was one of the worst teams out there. They're not very big, they're not very fast, they're not very good. We can't block, we can't tackle. And they look what he did. Every year he might maybe lose one game.
Yeah, right. Well, and I think there was also a question that was kind of going over and over in my head. And to me, when I think about the question that I'm going to pose to you guys, it reminds me of what's that movie that Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise was in?
You can't handle
Man?
the truth. Yes.
Right. And it's kind of like a code red question. You know, I don't want to be held in contempt of court here, but you know, every coach wants to leave a program better than the way they found it.
Right.
And I'm just wondering if he sees the program better than the way he found it at this point. And there's silence, so I probably shouldn't ask that question.
I don't know if I'd ask him that. Don't ask that question. You might be asked back to come. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd avoid that one.
I get Colonel Jessup right back in my face, right?
Yeah. Have Jamie ask that question. Oh, my
That's
God.
so good. No, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, these interviews are kind of outside my comfort zone because, you know, I've become, well, let's just say it like it is. I've become like a studio guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't get out. You know, Ian's got to, you know, point me in the right direction where I'm supposed to go because I really don't get out that much anymore.
Right.
So, but it's good to get out and visit with him and talk to him. And you know, I don't want to throw a lot of softball questions, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going in there trying to be Mike Wallace. If any of your younger listeners know who Mike Wallace is,
Right. Let me ask you this. I'm glad you kind of did answer it, but how do you do that though when because you don't want to make it where they never want to bring you back in the office, but then again, you don't want to be so soft where you're not really getting anything out of it. You got to be kind of careful, don't you?
Yeah, but I think at the same time, you know, he fully expects me, you know, to ask, you know, a tough question or two. I mean, to be, you know, but to be fair too, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll talk quarterbacks, we'll talk the offensive line. I want to know, you know, what he felt like was the number one thing lacking in the offensive line, you know, or else he wouldn't have made a coaching change.
Right.
If he thought everything was great, he wouldn't have made a coaching change.
Right.
So, and then, you know, how Adrian Clem has impacted that group. And then also, you know, I want to talk to him about the running game and whether he feels like his running backs are so that's probably about as tough as questions as you know they're going to get. I probably won't go with a code red question.
Yeah, I'd hold off on that one. Hey, you know what? You what you just said is exactly what I mean. I don't know really how good is the running backs we have. I know the freshmen supposed to be the real deal, but we really last year they were good running backs, but they were not the great running backs we've had in the past. I didn't see one of them that could take it to the house from 80 yards out or something like that. And that's just my opinion. I didn't think they've been near as good as what Alabama's had in the past. And as when Saban, all those years Saban was there, that running back room was all NFL players. And that's just me. I don't think they're as good as they've been in the past at that position. I know the freshmen are supposed to be a real deal. We'll find out about that. The other was, like you pointed out, how good is the offensive line, how physical they are. So there is a lot of question marks. But what about what Nick said? Is Alabama kind of being overlooked? Are they under the radar? Are they going to be better than what we all think?
Well, they are under the radar, and they probably should be. I mean, you know, there are definitely more people talking about Texas, more people talking about Georgia, more people talking certainly about LSU and Lane Kiffin. I mean, he appears like he's loaded to make a run. I mean, yesterday he said it. He said we're good enough to win right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have to win a national championship right now. So definitely, you know, they are flying under the radar a little bit, and that kind of gets under some, you know, Crimson Tide fans' skin that, you know, Alabama should never fly under the radar. Well, I mean, that's just kind of the way it is right now. And so I think the fact that, you know, him saying at media days that, yeah, you know, we kind of are, so we got to go out and prove it. And I think that's definitely the case.
Let me ask you this. What about it seems to me that DeBoer is being attacked probably more than any coach there in the SEC on national media. Everybody's questioning him. Of course, I'm not talking just about me. I'm talking about Smith, too. Who's bigger, me or Smith, you think, nationally?
James Hale.
I think I'm bigger. But all the things you're hearing, like, is he the right fit? And of course, Fine Bob jumps on it. I mean, this is before the first game's being played. They just gave him a contract extension. Is that fair to him? Or what do you think about all that? Is this setting everybody up for him to be fired if it doesn't go well this year, if he goes 8-4 again or loses 4 games again?
Well, first of all, listen, I saw pictures of your swimming pool, and you have a palatial estate right there in Panama City Beach. So,
thank you.
Stephen A. Smith has nothing on you.
Thank you, sir.
But no, I
appreciate
mean,
that.
I think if you're Greg Byrne, I mean, you got to say, do I believe in this guy or don't I? And then if you don't give him the contract extension, if you don't bump up the salary a little bit, then the fan base starts thinking, and then recruits start thinking, well, gosh, if the athletic director's got no confidence in this guy, how much confidence should I have in this guy? You know, so you have to send a message. You know, if you're Greg Byrne, when you're dealing with the financial issues of his contract and all that.
All right, I want to ask you one question. He's making more money now than Nick Saban made at Alabama. He's been there just 2 complete seasons. He's lost 8 games. Are you kidding me? That's just me.
Well,
that's just
no.
I understand. And even Saban explained the exact same thing you said. He did the exact. You and Nick Saban think exactly right. But I'm just me. I would not have done that. I just wouldn't have done it.
No, but I'll say this. You know, contracts are made to be bought out.
Yeah.
And you know, if he doesn't produce in year 3, you know, if he has a terrible year in year 3, then you know somebody's going to come.
Yeah. Hey Jeff, we got to take a break. We're going to come back and finish up with you. We got Auburn, and we got to talk about SEC Media Days. We got the great one, Jeff Spiegel, out of great state of Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. We'll be right back. Did I got time to do anything?
Yeah, you got about a minute.
Okay, good. Hey, Stevenson Air Conditioning, heat index Monday, 110 degrees. If it breaks down, it's not getting any cooler, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't put it off. The man will save you money. He is the most honest, hardworking guy out there. He's local. Locals taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. You want a great meal today? Go to the legendary J. Michael's restaurant on Thomas Drive. The best seafood, ice cold beer. It's incredible. Today's specials: crisp fish, grilled fish over bed of rice, peppers, onions, and special sauce. It's outstanding. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. That place has been jam-packed all summer. It's that good. The legendary J. Michael's. Also, we want some jewelry. Let's head on to the great city of Lynn Haven. Where are we going, James?
We're going to Dave and Adamson right there in beautiful Lynn Haven. We're going to get all of our jewelry needs taken care of. Repairs, custom work. They do it all right there, too. You don't got to wait for them to send it off and get it back. You don't know who's working on it when you do that, do you? No. Do you want somebody local working on it? Yes. Dave and Adamson.
Russ, Amber, and Patrick are unbelievable. And you know what? They love listening to Jeff. I have so many people through the panel tell me, I like Fridays. They love this guy. He's national. You'll see him on ESPN. You'll see him on the 30 for 30s, and you'll definitely hear his beautiful voice. We'll be right back with Jeff Spiegel. Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
A lot of times when you have a champion, there is a let's try to follow their blueprint. They had 2 guys that were taking up a majority of their payroll in Boston. And as a result, that's where you have to look and go, we can't continue to do this.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the west-southwest. Mostly sunshine and 91. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Slightly cooler at 82. Tomorrow, partly sunny most of the day aside from a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. And a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 91. About the same at 92 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey! Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, Elizabeth, Steve, Craig.
Gregory.
And I don't know the grandchild's name. I forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got some of the Auburn Tigers and Panama Florida's crazy.
He's a big boy, though.
War Eagle, baby. Auburn Update brought to you by Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You want a great meal today. Beef O'Brady, Lynn Haven. You got a big birthday party coming up. It's football season, get ready to get cranked up. And I tell you what Pat does. City Commissioner Lynn Haven, his restaurant's incredible. Call him, say, Pat, not coming in, but I need 100 wings. He'll have them waiting for you. Whatever you want to go, he'll have it ready for you. That place is incredible. If I ever get Jeff down here, a couple of these restaurants I'm taking him to, I'm going to take care of him, far as he knows. Let's bring him back on. Jeff Spiegel. Jeff, Auburn, Summerall, Golish, these guys are hot. They're pumped up. They're excited. They want to make a name for themselves. I think great things are going to happen going forward at Florida. I also think the same thing at Auburn. You look at Summerall, last 4 years, 2 championships at Troy, 2 championships at Tulane, made the playoffs, and you're at Florida. You kidding me? I think great days are ahead for Florida. I'm excited about Texas. I'm excited about Ohio State. The other one, I'm pumped up. I want to see Alabama, Florida State. But I'm going to tell you right now, this Auburn-Florida game, week 3, I cannot wait. It's going to be crazy. When they used to get together, that used to be one of the best games every year at either stadium. It didn't matter. But this year, I think special. I think the winner of that ball game is going to get to 8. Hell, who knows, maybe 9 wins. What did you all the players at Auburn, I listened to every single one of them. They all are pumped up about the coach. They were all excited. Well, especially one was all excited about him keeping the defensive coordinator, which you and I have already talked about. Talk about Auburn. Talk about SEC Media Days. What did you get of the Auburn deal?
I also heard you're really high on Notre Dame. Is that true?
They own the world. They own the world, man. They set the rules.
No, I think I like Auburn to go 7-5 this year, and I think that would be. I think there would be. They might roll Toomer's corner if they go 7-5. I mean, I think they would. I mean, think about this. This team hasn't had a winning season since 2020. They've lost 6 Iron Bowls in a row. Yeah. So I mean, they're hungry for a winning season, and I think Alex Golish is the guy. You know, they went 0-2 on the last coaching hires with 2 coaches who did not want to be there. They didn't want to be there, but Alex Golish does. Alex Golish has SEC coaching experience. We've talked about it before. What he did at Tennessee. You know, setting school records there. And then the soundbite that resonated with me, you know, from that day was he said, we're going to run the piss out of the ball.
Yeah.
Now, he said that at his opening press conference, you know, when he was introduced. But, you know, he mentioned the words physical and violent. And, you know, and as a football coach and as a football fan, I mean, those are 2 words that you love to hear from a football coach because that, you know, that's how you win, you know, football games. So I'll be interested to see, how much he delivers on that. But I think you hit the nail on the head. I think the Auburn-Florida game is pivotal. I think they've got him at home. It's a primetime game. It's going to be electric there. And, if they win that game and they're 4-0, going into Neyland Stadium to play Tennessee, then I think they're in as good a shape as Auburn fans could have hoped for.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. And saying you sit there right there, he's going to run the ball, be physical. And his biggest rivalry school throws the ball almost every single play. So it's two totally different philosophies. But he's saying that, but I know he's going to throw the ball because that's what he's done in the past, what he did at Tennessee, what he did at South Florida. Spread you all over the field, open up the running games. And if the linebackers miss a tackle, they're going to get big plays out of the running game. What about the quarterback at Auburn? I'm kind of I know the only thing I think, here's the only deal. The only adjustment he's got to make, and how long does it take to get him to get used to it, the speed of the SEC, every single time they play a conference game, the speed compared to the other conference he was in at South Florida. But he goes into Gainesville, and he did well, the speed there. But after they get used to that, I think the guy's going to be in good shape. I think he's going to do a good job at Auburn. I'm talking about the quarterback, Brown.
Right, Byron Brown, yeah. Well, they've got a lot of South Florida guys who follow Golish to Auburn. And Byron Brown said at media days that, we've got a chip on our shoulder. Because, there are doubters out there that think, what, these guys played in the American Conference. They've got no idea what they're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have a chip on their shoulder like, what, they play football down there too. And football is football. And so, this is a guy who threw for 3,000 yards, not just last season, but a couple of seasons before, and then ran for 1,000 yards last year. This is a legit dual-threat guy who I think is going to take the league by storm. And they're going to follow his lead. And that's one of the reasons I think they're going to be pretty good this year.
I want to go back to the players from South Florida. They go into Gainesville, SEC, speed, and everything, took care of business. When we were at Southern Mississippi, when I was on, I would say I played, but that didn't happen very often. At Southern Mississippi, we went 5-0. I was redshirted. We beat them 5 years in a row. We lost one time to Ole Miss. We beat Auburn once. We never beat Alabama. But when we played those big schools, we did pretty good. You know why? We didn't play like a team like that every single week like Ole Miss did, like Mississippi State did. They were beat up. We were a little bit fresher. That was our Super Bowl to us. To them, I think it was a big game, but not like playing, say, Alabama, LSU or something like that. So getting those guys used to that game speed is going to be critical, like we talked about. And you're right, it's going to be different. They're going to see something different because every single SEC game is going to be physical. Your body gets beat up, and how do they adjust to that? That's the only thing. I think you and I are on the same page with that.
Yeah, how you survive that, is critical. And, that's one thing, going back to Alabama, that's one thing that kind of held them back, toward the end of the year. The fact that they struggled in the running game, Ty Simpson got beat up. He was far from 100%, down the stretch. And that's going to be critical that they keep Byron Brown upright, and that they don't let the pressure, get to him too much, and that they can run the football. And so I think the fact that Golish has proven on an elite level, that he can produce offenses that are balanced and can do that, I think that certainly plays in his favor.
I liked a lot of things Lane Kiffin said, and we're talking about the physicality of the Big Ten and the SEC. He talked about this 9-game schedule. We all hit on it earlier about who gets in, who gets out, a 9-3 team compared to a 10-2 team from another conference or Notre Dame. And he made some great points. And one thing he says, not just that. He said when we played some of these weaker opponents, he says you can play a lot more players. You help develop the younger kids doing that. Plus, you get your veterans, they rest. They don't have to play as much. They get less reps, so they get an opportunity to stay healthier. So I thought he made a lot of good points there. Why I'm saying all this, I kind of lost it in my head right then. But anyway, I wanted to get that in. Does that make any sense what I just said?
Yeah, it absolutely did. I think your point is, Coach, that Auburn's got that game against Baylor, to open with, and then you got a cream puff in Southern Miss that's coming up next.
Are you kidding me?
Then you get ready to get back into the SEC wars.
Yeah. That's what I meant. That's exactly the point I was making. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. What else stood out in the SEC media days? What kind of got your attention or didn't get your? What did you think? What were your high points and your low points?
Pete Golding. I loved Pete Golding.
He did
I thought
great.
he was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was so good. I've never seen a coach leave the podium and people applaud. Not that I condone that. I don't condone media clapping after any coach finishes a press conference, but he was amazing. He was so doggone good, and I knew he would be because the rare times he had the opportunity to do interviews at Alabama, which was before the season and in the postseason, he knocked it out of the park. He was so good, and I just think this is a guy who's just I think Ole Miss fans. Yeah, I'm not saying he's an upgrade from Lane Kiffin, but I'm saying you could do a lot worse than having Pete Golding as your head football coach. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Look what he did in the playoff. I think he was good, and I think also SEC Media Days needed a guy to come in and kind of help Lane Kiffin carry the load from a personality standpoint, and I think Golding is the guy.
I'll tell you what, I listened to him, and what he did, calling the kid from Clemson's classroom and getting him doubled his money, I was kind of down on all that. But after listening to him, he made a fan. I like him. I mean, I like his personality.
Ole Miss is my dark horse.
Yeah, they're going. Hey, Jeff, do you have to go? Can we get about 5 more minutes out of you? I know you're busy, though.
Yeah,
sure. Okay,
yeah,
I got a couple more questions before we get back. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Appreciate all. Kyle Vandergrift, tell everybody what you do.
We're a general contractor, and we specialize in roofing as well. Give us a shout. We can help you out, 866-9908, or visit us at tkvandy.com.
Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? We all do. Jason Kowaleski can make that happen for you. They got stores in Pier Park. They got one on 23rd Street. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Outlaws Barbecue. That place was incredible. We went there last night. We got a lot of food. It was incredible. Best barbecue you'll get anywhere. Peach cobbler, you name it, they've got it. Outlaws
Brisket
Barbecue is incredible, man. You love it. I love it.
I'm a fan of brisket. I am. It's my favorite part.
Now, they used to be on 23rd Street.
I like the fatty part of it.
They're now on Panama City Beach on Thomas Drive.
Yeah, when we used to go all the time, they were in the old Taco Bell building.
On 23rd. Yeah,
they've redone that whole area.
Go down past J. Michaels, past Newbies on the Curve, like going to the mothership, about halfway down there. You'll see that sign, Outlaws Barbecue. Go in there and get Jim and his family from the great state of Alabama. They take a lot of pride in what they do. The food is outstanding. You're going to love Outlaws Barbecue, and so do I. Pepper's Mexican Grill on beautiful Panama City Beach Parkway. That new margarita they have, it's called the soft margarita. It comes out, you think it's like sherbet ice cream or an icy or something like that. It looks outstanding. It tastes outstanding. Be careful. 3 different liquors. It's got a bite. Great Mexican food, Pepper's Mexican Grill. Get out there and have a great time telling Coach sent you. We'll be right back with Jeff Spiegel, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Set your alarm clock to wake up with the Coach Hale Show on ESPN Northwest Florida.
We can go to a youth sporting event, drink, and you know how they can get when they don't get their way? Man, that can create a problem.
In-depth local and college sports from expert insiders and a dash of controversy.
The day and age we live in with parents going crazy, getting in fights, I don't see alcohol making that any better.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9.
5 minutes can save your life.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your safety and proper care of your boat in an emergency is crucial. When it comes to on-water assistance, response time is everything. And since 1996, in the Bay or on the Gulf, it's Seato. Seato's Coast Guard licensed captains are on the scene in an average of 1 hour or less. Seato gets members home or back to boating faster. Become a member today at Seato.com or call 850-234-2323.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Pain don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida on an absolutely gorgeous Friday in paradise. It's going to be hot. Take care of yourself. Keep the sunscreen on and keep dehydrated. Let's bring back Jeff. I know he's he's getting ready to leave. Head from Birmingham up to Tuscaloosa to visit Coach DeBoer and do an one-on-one interview with Coach DeBoer. Looking forward to hearing about what all the coach said to him next Friday when we get Jeff back on the air. But, Jeff, a couple things. I want to brag on Coach Saban and see what your opinion of this is. I think he has been absolutely first class supporting Coach DeBoer. And one of the main reasons that the athletic director, which I don't understand, at Alabama, which is a good one, there's no doubt, but he did not pick off Nick Saban's tree. He didn't get one of Nick's boys. You go 17 years, dominate college football, yet you don't take one of Nick's boys to come in and be the next head coach. Yet Saban didn't let that bother him whatsoever. Every time he's on national TV, he supports Coach. He protects Coach. I don't think you could ask him a better job from Nick Saban if you're DeBoer. Do you kind of agree with that?
No, I do. I mean, I think when you were looking at candidates, to replace Nick Saban, I mean, it was going to be a difficult job for whoever came in, and but look, Kalen DeBoer was not on my radar. When a new coach was being looked for and all that. But, I mean, the guys won at every level. I mean, won big. And then, he took the Huskies of Washington to a national championship game. So he certainly, came in with credentials. But whoever came in to follow him, and I would think certainly if it was someone off the Nick Saban tree, but to me, I think the pressure would be even more intensified, on that guy.
Probably so.
So, so I think, I don't know. To me, I think, they made the right hire. How have things gone the last couple of years? I mean, there have certainly been some bad moments, but I think year 3 obviously is very critical, and I feel like there are a lot of question marks coming in, and I think a lot of people are intrigued with how this is going to go.
All right, and I will say this about the hire of him at Alabama: you're the most spotlight person in the state. That the head coach of Auburn, head coach of Alabama, have more power if they're successful than the dang governor, in my opinion. But he was a good-looking guy. He's a first-class guy. He's a wonderful man. Great father. I've heard he's great. I heard so many great things about him, and he seems to be everything that you hear. So that's all good. I hope he does well. I really do. I like the guy. I think he's a great coach. All right, let's jump into question number 2 before I let you get out of here. And I got 3 for you. Number 2, Texas with 73% of the offenses back, 62% on defense. Will Muschamp's in there. Is it now or never Why not now? Is it Texas' year to win the SEC and win it all, or is Kirby Smart in Georgia? Then I think the other one you can throw in there is LSU. I think he's got a shot at it. And I'm going to say Texas A&M. I think those four have the best shot of winning the SEC. What's your take on it?
I would agree. I'm picking Texas. I'm picking Texas to win the SEC and win the Natty. I think Arch Manning, had a rough start last year, but came on strong at the end of the year. And I think Cam Coleman's going to be huge this year. I mean, I just think he's the stars are lined up for Texas to have a great year and for Cam Coleman to have an amazing year. And listening to Arch Manning talk about Cam and the chemistry that they built, in the off season and how Cam, is doing the right things, saying the right things, staying late after practice, wanting to catch more footballs. And I just see him being a superstar in that offense with that quarterback.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head, but you got it wrong. Georgia and Kirby Smart, the master. I love Kirby. I can never go against Kirby Smart. All right,
No, he's great.
Number 3, Lane Kiffin came in and said some things I thought were great, and I want your opinion on this. He said freshmen never have played, high school football players, even you bring somebody in off another team, but especially freshmen. He said they should be a salary cap or something because we've used NIL as a recruiting tool. It's not really what NIL truly is. But I agree with him. How can you pay a high school recruit more money than a kid that's been there 2 or 3 years starter that's been through the winter workouts, the spring practices, have put their heart and soul in the program and stayed with you, yet you got to turn around and sign a freshman that's never played nothing but high school football more than one of these kids. I think he's right, but will it ever get to that? Do you ever think we'll have a cap where the freshmen are not paid as much as the veteran players?
Well, I think the further along we get here, the more and more college football is looking like the NFL. And so, look, if you wanted to be an NFL clone, then I think that might be the next step. I mean, because the salaries are, kind of structured that way. In the NFL, you've got rookie contracts and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the direction where we need to go, and I think that make it certainly more manageable from a personnel standpoint, for these teams too, in terms of, handling all of these gigantic egos that come with all this money these guys are getting.
When you interview Sankey, when you see him up there, I told Jamie to do it, and I said, no, don't do it. I want him to keep liking you. But ask him the comment about the SEC's outgrown Hoover. I didn't like that. I don't like going to non-conference. I don't like going to non-conference games. I think he sold out the coaches there. But he said he did what's best for the interest of the SEC. I think what's the best interest in the SEC, I guess, is all about money. And I get that. I think ABC wanted it to happen. But what did you think about the comment about Hoover when everybody else I've ever talked about thought it was fine being hosted in Hoover, Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, certainly it played to our advantage having it just right down the road from us. But a lot of people, the SEC is the number one. Everyone wants to be associated with the SEC, and he said that Tampa really made a big play, for media days. Next year it's going back to Nashville, and I don't know. I've said for a long time I never thought he'd come back to Hoover, and then Greg just kind of confirmed that, with his comments on Monday. And I mean, that Hoover served its purpose, but I mean, Greg probably hit it on the head that the SEC is so huge right now, more huge, than ever, and certainly more huge than it was when the SEC media days were at Hoover every year.
Jeff, I certainly appreciate you hanging on with us and spending more time with us. I'm pumped up, man. SEC Media Days, I was looking forward to it. I enjoyed it. And now, what are we, about 2 weeks away? Less than 2 weeks, I think, until they crank it up on the practice field, right?
Yeah, kick off September 5th, so it'll be here before you know it.
Cannot wait, man. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much. You take care. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next Friday, okay?
Hey, appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. How much time we got?
Oh, you got a good 4 minutes.
All right. Yesterday was LSU, Arkansas, Mississippi State, and Texas on SEC Media Day. I think Lane Kiffin was the star of it. He got a lot of press conference. Texas, I think, was the last one to do it. And honestly, I didn't see everything Stark had to say. But, Jim, are you on board with I'm just still – I think Manning's a really good quarterback. He's improved a lot. He's going to be a lot better because the more you do it, the more reps, the more practice, you get better at it. He's a talented young man. I think he's an even better runner than he is a thrower. But they got the best roster maybe money can buy at Texas. What'd you think on Manning? I still think that Ohio State game, I still think the Buckeyes have the best quarterback. And I don't think Manning's the best quarterback in the SEC.
Yeah, I was when you were talking to Jeff there, I was thinking about what Kyle said about Ole Miss. I think the best quarterback in the SEC
Absolutely.
is Chambliss at Ole Miss.
Absolutely.
He's a difference maker. He is. I mean, he's just I don't know what kind of pro he'll be. It doesn't even really matter. But I think he's a very good player. I think Ole Miss, I don't think enough people are giving them credit. And Arch Manning's come a long way. He's got a lot better. He has. He was terrible against Ohio State. He played really well at the end last year. But I still think Ole Miss in Chambliss is the best quarterback in the SEC. That's just my opinion.
Do you think Texas wins the SEC?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Kyle, same question.
I agree with Coach. I mean, and I'm rooting for Ole Miss, and I'll tell you why. Is because they're, well, one, I like Golden, but two, they're, they got left in the dirt. I think they're going to have that
edge,
just that grit and that chip. And so I'm kind of rooting for that because I love that underdog story.
Another thing Lane talked about, the Big Ten, SEC playing non-conference games, and all these conferences are not the same. Look at Oklahoma last year. They got hot at the right time of the year. Their regular season record, I think, was 14-16 SEC baseball. They got hot at the end of the year, and look what happened. They won the national championship with a losing SEC record regular season. That's what I was saying about Texas. Last year at the end of the year, Texas was hot. Texas might have done something that they got in. They hadn't played Ohio State. They had got in, and who knows what had happened. Just a point. All right, we'll be right. Do I got time?
Got a minute.
All right, let's talk about some of these wonderful people we have, and I love every single one of them. They're great people. They're all local people. Let's make sure we're taking care of local people. Russ, Amron, Patrick over there. Patrick graduated from Arnold High School. Wonderful guy. David Adams Designer Jewelry. Go check it out. You'll love it. Pat Perno, City Commissioner of Lynn Haven. His restaurant's unbelievable. Beef over A's Lynn Haven. Dr. John Ward, a local legend. Skin cancer can be deadly. 1 in 5 get it. He's got an office throughout the Panhandle, Florida. If you got a problem, go see Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30 right here. And the legend himself, Netflix. I'm talking to the executives there. We're trying to get a show on Jay Michaels. His life story is incredible. If you knew it, you can't believe what he's been through. He is a local legend, Jay Michaels. Jay Michaels Restaurant. Go check it out. When you walk in that restaurant, it's like being in a museum. They got every kind of shotgun, pistols. They've got surfboards everywhere, motorboats, pictures of every coach, great coach that's ever been. It's an incredible place with incredible food and wonderful people that work there. The legendary Jay Michaels. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Lane Kiffin should be the fourth coach to win a national championship there. They will do whatever it takes to win, and they will fire you in a heartbeat. So somehow, some way, they got plenty of money down there.
A bit of oil money, at least in Louisiana, and children's hospitals are going to suffer in the next 10 years if they really want a championship.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Friday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the west-southwest. Mostly sunshine and 91. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Slightly cooler at 82. Tomorrow, partly sunny most of the day aside from a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 91. About the same at 92 Sunday, and we'll have mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement, check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got Tony on the phone. Let's bring him on. Hey, Tony, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, good. How you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. How can we help you? What do you got for us today?
Hey, I got a dark horse in the SEC that people might be overlooking. I think Auburn's going to have a decent team this year.
I do too.
They'll be a lot better, that's for sure.
Yeah, I tell you. Go ahead.
I think they're going to be better than Alabama.
You know what? I picked about a month ago. I said on the air, I said Auburn's going to beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa. I just got a gut feeling. And I didn't really believe that much, but I did say it.
I think Bama's going to have 3 or 4 losses again this year. What's going to happen at that point? They lose 4 games this year, miss the playoffs.
Ooh, boy. What if this happens? They go to Baton Rouge, Lane Kiffin. I don't think he's ever beaten Alabama. LSU beats Bama on the road. What if that happens? He goes to Knoxville like they did 2 years ago when he took them up there. They lose that game. They lose homecoming last year to Oklahoma. They got Texas A&M homecoming this year. Let's say they lose that. That's 3. They lose to Georgia in the first big game of the year. That's 4 losses. And then what if Auburn comes in there, blocks a punt, and scores and beats Alabama 17-16? Yeah, and they lose 5 games. He's out the door. He's out. He's out the door.
That night, they would have to have the National Guard surrounding his house as he packed his stuff up and his family and left.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that will happen, but there's a possibility. Anything can happen if the offensive line isn't very good. But the defense is good. I don't think that will happen. I think he's a great coach. I think they'll be okay. But if he goes 9-3, 10-2, the SEC's changed. And we got to as fans, we have to try to adjust because you can't keep firing people left and right. But anyway, we'll see. But going back to Auburn, yeah, I'm with you. Week 3 is critical. They beat Florida. I think they're going to get to 8 wins, possibly 9. But I think the ceiling's 9-3.
That's another school people keep forgetting to mention. Florida, the Gators.
I've been mentioning them.
Dark horse.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They could be a dark horse.
Yeah, their defense, they got a lot of guys coming back on defense. They got the best run, maybe the best run. The kid at Ole Miss is really good too. They got one of the best running backs in the country there. How good's a quarterback going to be? I think that's the big deal there. But those kids are fired up. I love what they're saying. They love that coach. He works the hell out of them now. He doesn't play around. He's like Kirby. He gets after it. I'm with you. I think that, again, Auburn, Florida is a huge football game.
But I still think that the cohesiveness of Ole Miss with Golden is,
and they got the quarterback.
I mean, those are all great points. Don't get me wrong, but they're all new,
and nobody's really talking about Ole Miss.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, hey, watch out for them. There hasn't been. I think Golden and Chambliss. I think they're on. I think they got a connection right now, and that's who I'm putting my $20 on.
Tony, you don't like Georgia? You don't like Texas?
I think Texas is going to get one of those, a couple of hiccup games, and they end up losing, blowing a game to somebody they should beat, like Vanderbilt or somebody, Mississippi State. Somebody's going to upset them. I like Manning. I'm kind of pulling for him because of all the, he's had a hard time there trying to live up to the expectations, the family name. And that's not easy for a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah. Trying to live up to the Vanderbilt name. My God.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
All that money you got.
I do have a little bit of hope in Clemson now. Back in February, they had Clemson a 14.5-point underdog. Now Clemson's a 4-point underdog.
Ooh.
So
Come on, Dabo.
People are seeing something in Clemson. They got 17 players out of the portal, and some of these guys were starters. Like a guy from Oklahoma was a starting offensive lineman. You got Penn State's best free safeties now. They're starting safety. You got a lot of pieces that were missing from last year, but I still have a hard time swallowing last year with 9 guys getting drafted, and you go 7-6.
I know.
Yep, all about the quarterback play there. I love Dabo. I'm hoping he has a great
Keep an
year.
eye on Clemson, people.
That first game's going to be good now. LSU, Clemson, that's going to be a heck of a football game, I think.
And one of LSU's linebackers was like, hey, don't count Clemson out. We're taking them very seriously. They could come to Baton Rouge and beat us.
Yep, I'm with you. Where are you heading to? I hear that you driving to work or what?
Physical therapy.
Oh, good. You got any donuts in the car?
No, if
Dang.
I did,
All
I'd
right.
bring them to you.
Dang.
Quinn
All
Drive.
right. I'll give you some Pepsi products if you do. No.
Hey, can I take a rain check on that?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. How much time we got?
We're looking at about 4 minutes.
About 4. Okay, good. Well, Tony.
Hey, so we went to the Braves game. Watched the Braves blow a 2-run lead with the left and center fielder running together, dropping the ball. Guy walks the guy, and they changed pitchers. They used 7 pitchers. The Braves did. And the next guy had a 0-2 count, throws a fastball right down the middle, and the guy put it in the chop house in left field, and they end up losing 7-6. But we had to leave in the 8th inning because the lightning was popping all around the stadium, and my wife's like, I've had enough.
She's smart. She's smart. That's what I was going to ask. Did you have a good time? Did y'all spend a night, stay a couple nights in Atlanta, or just go up and come back?
Oh, no, we stayed there for almost a week. And
Dang.
we went to see Styx in Chicago, and then my wife
time out. Did you get to go see Chicago?
Yeah.
The group? Oh, my God. We saw them in Biloxi. They were incredible, but one of the guys died. One of the guys died that was in there in Biloxi, so you saw somebody new, but I'm telling you, Chicago was unbelievable. I love that group.
And Styx sounds just like they did 40 years ago. Tommy Shaw, their lead guitarist and singer, looks just like he did 40 years ago.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I'm glad y'all did that. I'm glad you had a good time.
Hey, you know they're coming in October to Miramar Beach, Styx and 38 Special.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we already got tickets, and my wife got tickets for AC/DC in the end of August.
How much were the tickets? You remember how much the tickets were?
For AC/DC,
Yeah.
$400.
I won't be going. Never mind. You got any extra you want to give away?
Hey, I'll see what I can do.
$400? Golly, that sounds a lot.
Yeah, concert
to me.
tickets are expensive, man.
Hey, but wait, that's on her bucket list. That's a band. That's her favorite band. Somebody she's always wanted to see.
Yeah.
And she said this will probably be the last time that they're touring. So she said, I'm going.
Go do it.
Okay.
I always want to see Elvis. I always go see Elvis. Every time he'd come to Montgomery, it would sell out quickly. I never got to do it, and I regret that. I wanted to go so bad to see him.
Well, you know, my mom and aunt had tickets for, I think it was the Scope in Norfolk, where I grew up, Virginia Beach. And Elvis was supposed to come there the week he died the week before he was supposed to start a tour. And it started out there in Virginia. And my mom and aunt, they had the ticket stubs for years.
Wow.
And I think I don't know whatever happened to him.
Yeah, I love that guy. I still do. I listen to his music all. Him and James Brown. If you're American, you love those two artists. If you're not American, then you can't love them. You got to love them. They're national heroes, both of them.
There'll never be another Elvis.
No,
Never.
No. And I'm telling you, I do. I love James. I wish we could play that song. It's a man's world. That should be a national anthem. I mean, it is our world. Women, listen up. hey, we got to go, man. Thank you so much for calling. I'm glad y'all had a good time in Atlanta. That's good, man.
Hey, you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week, and I'll bring you some donuts.
There you go. Thanks for calling. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Jim, thank you, buddy. Kyle, thank you. Kyle, real quick, TK Vandy Roof, you guys do such a wonderful job. Not just roofs. You can build anything.
Absolutely, yeah. We can help you out with anything that you need construction-wise. We're a licensed, bonded, and insured general contractor, and we specialize in roofing contracting. So if you get one of those crazy little letters in the mail and you get intimidated because the insurance is like, you need to, give us a call. We can walk you through, maybe extend your life or help you get a new.
Was it hard on you, roof? Seriously, growing up, as popular as your mom and dad were? Everybody knew them, and you couldn't get away with anything because everybody knew your parents.
Oh man, I had a great childhood. Everywhere I went, Dad always had stories, and we'd meet everybody, and everybody knew him, and they'd be talking. I'd just be sitting there just listening to him. Thousands of stories.
Great man. Yeah, great wife too. His wife, Judy. You got great parents. All right, I'll see you next Friday. Jim,
yes,
I'll
sir.
see you Tuesday.
Yep.
You gonna get together for lunch tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. We'll figure it out.
You're
man.
buying.
Okay.
We're out. 104.3
See you, James.
ESPN in Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
North Carolina, Bill Belichick. Are you kidding me? Only 4-8, 2-6, no bowl game. Does he work his magic? Does he get to 7-6 wins and go to a bowl game?
No, I think college football is totally different. It takes a lot more energy to build these programs and to be connected, and I just don't see it from him.
The shocker, he goes 6-6 and he goes to bowl game. Mark it down. It's his girlfriend.
Job.
You got a good looking girlfriend. You got to give him a little credit.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN North.